please, Mr. Musk.
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Mr. President, thank you, Mr. Musk. Are there about half of the government employees so far appear to have responded to your request for what they've been doing over the past week? Is there a timeline in place for next moves for people being fired, and when can people expect to see results of that?
Yes. Well, to be clear, I think that email perhaps was best interpreted as a performance review, but actually it was a pulse check review. Do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse and two neurons? So if you have a pulse and two neurons, you can reply to an email. This is, I think not a high bar, is what I'm saying. This is, anyone can accomplish this. But what we are trying to get to the bottom of is we think there are a number of people on the government payroll who are dead, which is probably why they can't respond. And some people who are not real people, like they're literally fictional individuals that are collecting paychecks. Well, somebody's collecting paychecks on a fictional individual, so we're just literally trying to figure out, are these people real? Are they alive? And can they write an email? Which I think is a reasonable expectation for the American public would have at least that expectation of someone in the public sector.
Mr. President,
can you clarify, hopefully once and for all, what your expectations are with this email to federal employees? What are you going to use that information for? And do you see it as voluntary, like OPM has said, or mandatory?
Well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also, if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is do people exist? We have this massive government with millions of people, and nobody knows who's working for the government, who's not. So what they're doing is they're sending out a letter to everybody, and they're saying, what were the things you did last week? Mm-hmm. I guess they ask for 5. And if people are working, it's easy. I could tell you 5 things I did last week. I could tell you 5 things I did 6 weeks ago, right? If they're there and they're working, they're able to say they did 5 things during work.
People are freaking out about this email. And it's honestly crazy because it's a simple email and you reply to the email, hey, these are the 5 things I got accomplished. I don't see why that's that complicated or controversial, unless you haven't actually been working and you've been sitting on your butt, maybe in some government chat logs talking about some crazy things. If you saw yesterday's video, you probably know what I'm referencing. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, well, after you watch this, go and check out yesterday's video. You're not going to want to miss that. The NSA chat logs, secret chat logs, okay? So yeah, I really don't see an issue to answering a simple email. I mean, it would literally take less than 5 minutes. And I have this clip from the Breakfast Club where a caller called in from the federal government. She works for the federal government. And this is what she had to say. Let's dive in.
And I honestly feel like this is a great opportunity to outline. I got the email, and I honestly feel like this is a great opportunity to outline what you as an employee bring to the bring to the federal government. And if it's really good what you outline, they could give you an opportunity to get a promotion or something. Like, God forbid, they ask you what you've done. Any other job, they'll ask you at the end of the week, at the end of the month, because I used to do bookkeeping. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what did we do, at the end of the month? What are the clients that we have to, gear towards to? So at the end of the day, God forbid anybody make any, and it's this democratic thing. It's like, I don't want to get the parties into it, but they don't want to go to work. They want to work from home. People are not working from home. This is what you signed up for. If you don't like it, resign. You know what I'm saying? They gave you the opportunity to find another job. I mean, it's not that hard.
Facts. You can always find another job. I mean, that is what the Biden administration told the oil workers when they closed down the pipeline. Hey, just get a climate-friendly job. I believe Jen Psaki said that. She went in the press room and said that in front of reporters. So just get another job. It's okay. It's fine. All right?
Complaining about actually working. I don't get it.
I'm not mad at your perspective.
About actually working. They gave you the opportunity to find another job. I mean, it's not that hard. You're complaining about actually working. I don't get it.
I'm not mad at your perspective. That's why I like talking to people. I like talking to people, and I like talking to people who are in it because everybody sees things a different way.
I wonder.
I haven't heard this perspective.
Do you feel like there are a lot of people that are not working that are taking days off? I guess exactly what Trump and Elon are saying.
Absolutely. I worked from home, and do you know what? Donald Trump got the gadget idea because Elon Musk, he fired like 80% of the Twitter people or Tesla people for his company because you can buy a gadget.
Hold on, before she gets on the gadget thing, 1,000%. It was Twitter. Elon went in and fired 80% of the employees. And Twitter's website, the platform, didn't flinch. 80%. If he had 1,000 employees, he fired 800 of them. 800. I don't know how many employees he actually had. I'm just obviously throwing out a number to put some visual perspective to that. Most of the employees were fired, and the website and the platform works better than ever. Why is that? Maybe because a lot of those folks weren't actually working. And I'm going to get into what she actually says about this whole gadget thing.
Tesla people for his company because you can buy a gadget that actually shakes up like you're at the desk, but you're really not working because the computers, it shuts off if it's non-activity within like 5 minutes. So it requires you to actually work from home. But it's gadgets around that, and people are actually buying it and using it and not working. And this is our taxpayers' money, and you have to work.
Yeah. See, people have found a way around not actually working and going to do whatever, going to the yoga class or going to go drink, whatever, right? Who knows? And they have some type of gadget that allows them to do that shakes their desk or whatever periodically to make it look and seem as if they're working. You know, vibrate the mouse so the mouse moves on the screen a little bit so the computer doesn't shut off. Crazy, right? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And that is why we need to downsize the government. Completely downsize. We don't need all these folks. We don't need all these folks.
You don't like it, get another job.
I understand what you're saying, but you can't just take a wrecking ball to the infrastructure of the federal government and just start firing people all willy-nilly. Because what about those people who work at the nuclear workers who they fired and then ended up realizing like, oh, we need these people, or the people who work at I think it was the USDA who were overseeing the bird flu. You can't just fire them.
I agree. Right, I agree with you on that. But the people that's complaining about writing the email, it's going to take, 5 minutes out of your day, 10 minutes? I read on Twitter, the guy was complaining, it's going to be an hour. It takes you an hour to write 5 things that you completed? Okay, maybe you do need another job.
Oh, so you agree with it?
It takes him an hour because he hasn't actually done anything.
Okay, thank you, Mama.
Great perspective. That's why you got to talk to people. Stop talking about people you never talked to.
I like that. Stop talking about people you never talked to. Charlemagne, he don't usually have any good takes, but I might steal that one. Stop talking about people you've never actually talked to. I like that because the left does that a lot. The left always accuses us of being this, that, and blah, blah, blah. But when we try to sit down and have a conversation with the left, they call us a bunch of names and storm off. That's what that's one of the things that I noticed when I was first beginning this journey of discovering the truth. And that's why I came out with the phrase, when the facts come out, they run. Because that's what was happening every single time. So yeah, stop talking about people that you've never actually talked to. I like that. Left needs to take that advice. Needs to take that advice for sure. But yeah, mistakes are going to be made when you're trying to make major cuts. So like the left always comes up with the nuclear blah blah blah. They fired them and realized they need them. Like stuff like that's going to happen. I would rather have that stuff than just live with the status quo. The fact that mistake was made lets me know, hey, there are some cuts being made, and there's a lot of them being made. I expect some mistakes. Oh, we fired some really essential people. Hey guys, we're going to need you to come back. We apologize. That's cool. That's fine. What's wrong with that? At least in my mind, and you guys can let me know how you feel about it. In my mind, that says we're making a lot of cuts, which is what I want. That's what that says to me. If you're making very few cuts, no mistakes are going to be made because we're just going to cut this person here. Yeah, we don't need you anymore. Thank you for your service. This person here, yeah, we don't need you anymore. Thank you for your service. Like, no. Hey, Chop it in half. Half of y'all just go. Half of y'all go. Get on out. We don't need half of y'all. Just go. Thank you. See you later. Thanks for your service. We actually need 5 of those people. Hey, 5 of y'all, come on back. Come on back. Just 5. Just 5. No, you keep on walking. 5. Yep, y'all 5 right there. Come on. Like, that's what that says to me. Like, there's major cuts being made. You know, like, and I like that. So, like, this whole, when Democrats keep trying to bring up, well, you know, the nuclear people, they fired them, then they had to rehire them. Like, that doesn't give me any cause to pause. Like, that's like, oh, yes. That means DOGE is doing something, okay? DOGE is doing something. But I definitely agree with this caller. It shouldn't take you long to answer 5 simple questions, or 1 simple question with 5 things that you did. That's not difficult. If you're actually doing your job on a daily basis and you're doing it to the best of your ability, no one should have any issues answering a question like that. But the people can't, because they haven't actually been working. They've been sitting on their behind. They're used to no accountability. And now accountability is coming. It is here. So yeah, I 1000% agree. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Thanks for tuning in as always. Peace and love. I'm out.